Yes, we're ready.
Okay,
Completely.
great. Okay, so today's training is going to be on the virtual office and how to better utilize the virtual office for your Life Farm global business. When you first log into your virtual office, you come to this screen. This screen is actually called our hotkey screen. This is for when you're in a rush and you need to just process very quick items that are mostly used for your virtual office. The first one is to place an order. This is to place an order for yourself or anyone else at the wholesale cost. That's the key that you would click on. Place an order. The next one is enroll IBO. This is to enroll an IBO under yourself as you as a sponsor. The last one is the view your commissions. This is to view your weekly commissions that are paid to you and in detail. And then the very bottom one is to enter your full virtual office. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So once you click on the virtual office, you're actually this is very essential information that comes up on your virtual office. These are what's new with Life Farm. This is any promotions that we have, any announcements that we make. These will always come up. So right now we have the Power of 3, which is 3 packs for 3 months that we have that are great for your Life Farm Global business, enrolling and starting your business with. So this screen here is called your home screen. This is actually a great screen for yourself, especially when you're running your Life Farm Global business. This is where you're going to get all current information as far as your own personally enrolled, your matrix volume, and your group volume. So if you look here, it states the status that you are currently. Marisa is at a leader status. It also lets you know what rank you are and once you've accomplished silver and above. This also states your personal volume when you've made your monthly purchase order and the volume that you have for yourself. Also, if you look below that, there's the group volume. So GV, or group volume, stands for your personally enrolled only. So, or you might hear it being called your generational volume. That is your personally enrolled only, and that's the volume for them. The PV lasts 31 days. This is just a reminder to you of your last purchase order, and it shows the prior month as well. And the one below that is the number of days to when you have to reorder. It's just a safety, just in case you're not signed up with auto delivery, to ensure that you do place your order within 30 days from your last purchase date, just so you make sure that you are receiving commissions and you are active status per your status as well. Also, you see your matrix volume. Below, that's a total volume, and then below that is on your left leg and right leg. So since you have a binary tree, you have a right leg and a left leg. You can even be called your strong leg and your weak leg as well, and that would be by the amount on each matrix leg volume as well. It also shows your total personally enrolled and active personally enrolled. So if you have 8 total personally enrolled and then in your active it shows less than your total, then you know someone hasn't placed their order, and you can actually go ahead and remind them, oh hey, you haven't placed your order, I want to make sure you stay active so that you don't miss any commissions or per their business as well. This will also show you, if you scroll down just a little bit, your progress report, especially if you're going for the wonderful ranks that we have here at Life Farm. It's the extra bonuses along with status of director ranks, and it shows you how close you are, and once you accomplish one of them, you actually get this green check mark, and that means that is perfect. So the next one, you're going to want to make sure that you are going along the parameters for each rank. So this is for silver rank. You also have quick links here as well. When you do sign up with LifeFarm, you are given the Virtual Office Pro for 90 days. So you actually have the Contact Manager, which is an email that you can directly send from your virtual office to your downline or to your personally enrolled. You can even do campaigns. You can actually upload your contact list from your own email sources, your own personal emails. So you can actually email them directly from this virtual office and attach any resources that we have, which would be presentations, videos, documentations, studies to them directly, which is a great advantage. Also, we have our customer service information and our address here for anyone who would need it. So if you ever need to give us a call and you can't find our number, know that it is here on your virtual office as well, on the left side here under Need Help. And if you scroll down, you can see on what's going on. This is something that actually keeps you up to date with anything that's going on in your team or your personal account, as far as new customers, if you've enrolled anyone new, if anyone's placed an order on your website or actually visited your website and sent you contact information, this will come up. So it's kind of a quick key, so you can just click on it. You can click here on View All, and it shows you all the information that you are requesting for who has been on your site, and they are filtered per your contact groups as well. And then below that, like I said, we have all of our promotions, anything that's new going on. We even have the PDR for 2016 up here, so you can just click it now and even download it or print it out, so you can take to your doctor or give to someone else or a prospect. And then here's the different events going on if you have any news events that's going on with your account, if you have it set up with your Facebook or Twitter accounts as well, or YouTube videos. So this is your home page. This is your go-to, especially when you log into your virtual of trying to find out your business information that would be here as well. The best place to go when you want to actually look at your account and maybe view your commissions, set up your auto delivery or edit your auto delivery. Also look at your order history. This is where you can go to past orders and even pull up invoices, print them out. This is under My Business, so you can click on My Commissions, view your commissions for the past few weeks and current week. You can also here would be My Auto Deliveries, where you would click and update your auto delivery settings, cancel it, or set it up, or edit the product information on it as well. My Order History is exactly that. Any orders that you have placed, you can click on the orders and you can either pull them up to visually see them, or you can print them out as well. This is where you would place an order for yourself, or if you were purchasing product for someone, you can place a regular wholesale order there. This is where also you would enroll a new IBO and add someone to your team. And then this is where you would actually enroll a customer, someone who doesn't want to be an IBO but would like to purchase product at a discounted rate. Then you can enroll a customer. This is the option to, instead of enrolling as an IBO. The Reports tab is something that is actually a great tool for you and your team. Like I said earlier, when you sign up for LifeFarm Global as an IBO, you're given the Virtual Office Pro for 90 days. So with that comes a lot of these reports that we're looking at here. The anniversary report is to run if you have anyone on your team that you think has been here longer than a year or up to a year. You can run the anniversary report, and it'll tell you when their join date is, and then you can actually do something great as a team for each of those people and those time marks, as you know, congratulating them and wishing them well, especially being part of your team, which is great to encourage as well for your team members. This is an auto delivery report. This is for your downline to see who's on auto delivery and who is not. You can kind of get a sense of who you maybe need to encourage to get on auto delivery, and let them know how important it is to just ensure that you are purchasing every 30 days. This is also a birthday report. You can celebrate people's birthdays in your own team. It'll state their birth date, so you can go ahead and wish them a happy birthday either through the email or your own personal email as well. Your new customer, I'll go ahead and click on that so we can take a look at that. These are any new customers that have been enrolled in March, so it shows per the month. You can edit the reports to view, and just so you know, all these reports are pretty much the same type of format, so the information will change per the report, but the format actually stays. So it's not different formats you have to learn for each report. It's the same type of format. So I'll go ahead and show you how that works. So say you had more people in this downline, since you do have the contact manager, you can actually click on send downline an email, and this will send everyone here. This will actually pull up an email for everyone that is in this list here, and you can actually send an email stating, welcome to the team, we're so happy to have you part of our team if you have a team name, Pascal team, you know, where our next meeting as a team together would be on this date, here's the information, we look forward to seeing you. And that's a great way to get people involved in your teams and ensuring that they are included as well, because it's great to be included in team meetings and to encourage each other as well as working together. So what you would go ahead and do is to edit this report. Each one you can actually do different statuses with these. So you can actually do enrollment dates from a certain date to another date, just so you can get, I want to do everybody from January that was a new customer in January, I want to do one for February. So you can set the date parameters per your own discretion and run those reports so you have accurate information per month. So if you want to do something each month for all the members of that month, that would be a great idea as well. Once you're done picking your dates, you would click show the report here, and you can either pull it up here, or you can click this drop down menu and you can actually bring it up to an Excel spreadsheet. The Excel is really great to sort by and to have more fields to actually edit the information and even add more information. When you have more people on this list, it's really useful to have. So why don't we go down here to the downline report, and this is what you're going to use when you want to start viewing your downline information, and I'll show you what kind of information you can pull from this report, and it's a great report. And like I said prior, these virtual offices, this virtual office reports have the same format. So the format that I just showed you for customer, as you can see, the information has changed because it's a different report, but the format is the same. You can send a downline email to everyone on this list. You can only send it to your downline specifically. You can see their information. You can't see your downline's personal information. Only the sponsor can see that. So you would actually be able to edit this information just like we did, but this one has a little bit more fields as well. So if you see here, you can actually filter it per an IBO number. You can make sure what fields that you want it to have. So you would have, make sure it has their first name, their address, or even if you scroll down just a little bit more, even by country, by United States or Canada. Since this is a US account, it would only have US or Canada. if they are on auto delivery as well. And then you can even do if they who has PV between this PV and that PV, who has GV between this GV and that GV, just in case if you want to signal out the leaders in your group, who's working the hardest, who has this perimeter of group volume and PV, who's really doing the business this month. I want to make sure that they are celebrated or they're acknowledged in our team to be working hard this month. And this is primarily why these reports were built for the virtual office, was for this exact reason, to make sure that you guys are able to work as a team. You have the information at your hand on how hard they're working, and to make sure that you guys are giving each other help when needed. You can also put the sign-up dates as per what dates you want. You just click on the little calendar and you would change per month. You can go back for this is for the year, or you can go back a month. So you can always edit the information for yourself as well. This also shows paid statuses. So if you want only people who are IBOs, you would get new IBOs. This is a new campaign that I want to do for just IBOs themselves. I want to make sure that they are a part of our training for maybe if you want to do a virtual office training, or if you want to help them get started in their business and invite them to getting started in their business. What's the first steps you take? So each of these reports can actually be filtered to your direct information that you would need for your team or requests. You can also do ranks. So if there's rank achievers in your team as well, you can do all silvers and above that you would want to attend or to be part of this report, so that you know who they are. And then this also has, you can also change your information as part of, if you want your entire matrix tree, that's including your personally enrolled, their personally enrolled, and anyone that they have enrolled in your entire team. Generational tree is your personally enrolled only. So this is, if you want the specific report to be for your own personally enrolled, then you would actually choose the generational tree, and that would only pull up your personally enrolled information. And also you can do coded tree. Who is in your coded tree, because those coded to you, you earn a percentage of their earnings, especially if they're building. So you can actually run this report and see who's on your coded tree and work with them and encourage them to work, so that you are ensuring that you are getting your maximized dollars for your coded bonuses. Once you're done pulling up this report, you would click on Show Report. I'm not going to do that because I've changed up a little bit stuff, so I'm just going to go back so we can go back and see the information that's already there, so I can show you what type of information is already in your report. And this is standard if you don't change any information on the edit report. So first you see tree type, so you see where they're at. So these people here are in your matrix tree. That's the type of information that's being pulled from this report. Also, you see what level they're on. That would be what level of your matrix tree that they are, and the numbers here would associate them with the level. And you would also see here if they're on your right leg or your left leg, and their IBO number. And with this, when you see something highlighted like this, this is actually an invitation to click on it, and it actually gives you more information. So I went ahead and clicked on it, and this would show you, you can go, this shows actually, the first one shows their profile. So you can see when their enrollment date was, you can see their address. This is Marissa, so this is, of course it's going to show her stuff, but if we go to her number 1, so that's someone that's on her first level, and that would be her personally enrolled. It shows her information, the date they enrolled, her current month status, so builder, paid as a builder, director rank, she's accomplished, her PV per the calendar month, her GV, You also can see number of days until the PV is expired, so you know when her expire date is, so you can ensure that she is placing her order, so she does get commissions. You see how many total personally enrolled that she does have, and how many are active, and how many are currently qualified. And then if you go at the top here, you see order details. Go ahead and click on that. This has her order details as far as order numbers, the total volume in the order, and then if the total amount of the order, and then the order date. Also, if you click on here, sponsoring detail, you would actually see here the information of when she last sponsored. So in March, she sponsored 3. In February, she sponsored 1. And then up here at the top, you can see her IBO number, her email as well, and then her upline, which would be you, Marissa. So that's some great information on each of the IBOs here as well. If we move over again to your right, we could see their login name, which is their URL name. You get to see that name as well. Then their first and last name, their highest rank, which would be silver or above. So we see they haven't accomplished that yet. That is to come. And then we also see here, if we move it over just a little bit, we see their paid status. And you can see what status they're at. So if they're builder, leader, premier, or an IBO or an associate as well. This shows their PV, which is their personal volume, for the month of March. As well, if you look over to the right again, the matrix volume for their team. So what type of matrix volume that they're pulling in for their personally enrolled in their team as well. Their last order date, their sponsor ID, the sponsor name, and then their matrix upline ID. So that would be their sponsor's sponsor. You also see their phone number and also their email, and if they are on auto delivery. So, and like I said on the prior, they all have the same format. So if you were wanting this information, but this is kind of hard to look up and down and to go right or left, what you can do is go ahead and click this drop down, click on Excel, and then click on Run Report, and that would actually generate an Excel spreadsheet for you, so you could get it in an Excel spreadsheet. So you're going to get this little notification here at the bottom. So you're going to want to make sure that if you have pop-up blockers on your internet, you're going to want to make sure that you make the virtual office acceptable to have pop-ups, because if you have a pop-up blocker, you're not going to get this report to be able to come up. So that's just a little side note for this. So what you're going to want to do is click open, and it's going to go ahead and open for you this report that we were just looking at. And it's great because you get to see it in a full-scale view, and you can edit the information so that you can actually readily see it as well. So see, we have here the same information that we were going over, but we're actually able to see the more information in a steadily and actually a better view so that you can actually see. You're going to see this restricted information here. These are people who are not your personally enrolled. We cannot share emails and stuff like that to your downline's downline because that actually is a violation of privacy. So only the sponsor can see their personal information. But if you wanted to see the detailed information as far as who they have enrolled and their volume, remember we can always click on the IBO ID and it will show you that information as well. And so if we click on the reports, this is for your downline report, so everybody in your downline. Another great report that you're going to want to go ahead and take advantage of is your matrix tree view, I'm sorry. And this is your direct tree. This is where you can actually see where are there open spots. Well, if you see the ones that are in red, these are open spots where you can actually place people and you can see the IBO number. And then if you're seeing me put my mouse over someone who's there, this actually tells you the information, their name, their qualified PV, their personally enrolled, if they're a director rank, their paid status, if they're on auto delivery, their group volume, their personal volume, and then any matrix volume that they may have. So you can actually view that type of information, and when you actually click on them, you go directly into their tree. So you're able to see their exact tree. And then if you want to go back, you can just go back. Oh, we went out of the report. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead and click on Matrix Tree View. And also you're going to see this bar here. This is kind of going to tell you by color of what their color stands for. And this little top thing here. So the green ones are just IBOs. Their status is an IBO. Pink is an associate, yellow is a builder, orange is a leader, and a dark green is premier. And then any colors other than those, that goes to director rank. So turquoise is a silver director, a darker turquoise is a gold director, dark blue, platinum, and darker blue is titanium director. You can also see here, this is where you're going to actually be able to change your preferred placement. So say you want to build one of your legs a little bit more than the other, you can actually change your placement here of when you start enrolling. It will automatically place them per your request. So we have auto. Auto is, it'll automatically put them in the first available spot in your matrix. So from left to right. Fill left is for your left leg only, and it's going to fill the first available spot in your left leg only. Fill right will only fill your right leg at the next available spot. Greater or lesser is the same thing, will only fill your greater leg or your lesser leg. And then outer left and outer right will only build the outside, so it'll only place people on the outer left, or it'll only place it on the outer right. And if you look here, it automatically shows you, since you do have it on auto, it shows you where your next personally enrolled will be. It shows the IBO number, the matrix level, and the open position is the right leg. And if you want to enroll in a specific spot, this is where you would click link to placement, and it would take you directly to the enrollment screen to go ahead and enroll them in this exact spot. This also tells your information here, just like on your home screen for your personal information. Shows your PV, your total enrolled, if you've reached a director rank, or your paid status, what your auto delivery is set up as, and your PV and GV, and your right and left leg volumes as well. You also can click on the volume report. If you want to get a little bit more in detail per the volumes for your team, this is actually what's going to do that. So you can click on Edit Report, and you can get anyone who is just a certain rank, so you can see their volume per their rank, so who's doing what, and you can pull up prior months as well. And the GV, if you want a certain GV to this GV, and just recognize the people who are these ranks and who are accomplishing a specific GV, you can go ahead and do that and click Show Report, and that will actually show you the report that you're looking for. You can also filter it by clicking one of these tops. So if you want to filter it by number or by paid status, I would click on paid status, and then it would actually filter them by paid status. So IBOs, associate, and builders. And you can do that on each of these fields however you'd like them to be filtered as. You can also, the new IBO is for any new IBOs that have come into your team. You would click on it and it would show you who the new IBOs for the month are. And this actually shows you can have it pulled in Excel again. It's the same format for each report, just different information. So it would tell you who's new in your team, what leg they're on, what level they're on, their first and last name. You can also click on their IBO number and get the information that we're looking at as well prior. These are people who would need to renew just to make sure that they're renewing on time every year with the $20 fee. This would just kind of encourage them, hey, you can also send a downline report to them. I just want to remind you, we have your renewals. Please place your renewal this month to ensure that you still are earning commissions and still able to work as a team with your downline. And then we have the e-wallet tab. This is when you start receiving commissions and you want to do any withdrawals or look at the commissions that's come in. So this is by date of your commissions that have come into your e-wallet. You go ahead and click on the details and it's going to tell you what it actually is and the information as far as how to do it as well. Tools is a very great tool for our IBOs. This is the essential information. The most important thing on the tools is your resources library. And this, I can't stress enough, is to become very familiar with your resource library. This is where you're going to find all the tools that you need for your Life Farm Global business here. We update these documents all the time. We have all of our test studies here, and if you look here on this languages, we have tons of languages here that you can actually pull up the same resources information per the language as well. If you click here on all the sources, you can see what information we have here. So we have all business documents that you'll need for your Life Farm Global business. Business tools, we have Life Farm Global IBO meeting flyers that marketing has placed directly there. All you need to do is open it up, put in your information for your meeting that you're going to be having and print them out, and they come out beautifully. We also have all the information on all of the products. So I'm going to go ahead and click on digestive here so I can show you what type of information we have here. So we have articles that we have that have been published here, as well as brochures. We have endorsements that you can share with your prospects or your team. We also have the videos in Spanish subtitles. We have them in English. We have the PowerPoints here, and we also have the trainings in different languages. Right now I don't have a language specified. I have all, so that's why you're seeing all of them in here. We have the brochures, the FAQs on digestive, any quick reference sheet. We also have the presentations on here that you can actually present to prospectives or your team when you're doing or hosting meetings. And we also have the product video, which is great, and we have them in different languages for subtitles as well. And we have that on each of the products. So there's digestive, immune, laminine, and omega. We also have the forms tab, which is all Life Farm Global forms that you need for your business. If it's an IBO, if you need, I think this is for your personally forms. So we have our W-8 forms on here. We have NFR applications. We have IBO order forms, retail receipts, stuff that you'll need for your Life Farm Global business. And then we also have Life Farm ads. Like I said, our marketing department has put together some great stuff that you can just open and update the information and print and use them for your business. We also have endorsements from Life Farm. This is video, written endorsements, or video. And these are great to show your prospects and your downline so they become very familiar and they can actually use them, because endorsements are the #1 way to essentially share the products and the benefits of the LifeFarm Global products. We also have the LifeFarm Global presentation in here as well. It's about LifeFarm, what our goal is for LifeFarm, and what our whole note to our IBOs and anyone who wants to join LifeFarm as well. And then we also have promotions that we're having that you can actually print out and download. Any tutorials as well. So we have tutorials on the virtual office as well that actually help you not only on the virtual office on how to do something, but we also have accessing PDF documents, signing up for Payoneer. We also have tutorials on how to place an order or enroll an IBO, enabling the pop-ups. Remember I was talking to you earlier about pop-ups on your internet browser. If you don't have them accepted for LifeFarm, then here's how to do it. We have a tutorial on how to do that for your internet browser. And then we also have a Pro Virtual Office guide, user guide here for you, so you can actually look on how to do some of the stuff that we've actually shared on this webinar. You can also do it with this guide here, and you can download it, you can email it to anyone on your team or outside your team. This is also where we have our videos as well. We also have them on YouTube, but you can also click here and view them and watch them directly from here. And these are all the ones that we have in different languages, including English. This is a great, the science tab is wonderful. This is where we have a lot of our test studies that we've done. We also have articles that have been written and published in our LifeFarm Global Need newsletters. And there's great science behind these articles that have been written, and it's really going to show not only people that have questions and want to know in detail. These articles are essential for sharing the facts about how the products work and how to work with your body. We also have our published studies that are in the PDR as well, the PDR information. We also have PowerPoints in here on the science behind our products for each of the products as well. So the resources is a great place to ensure that you have all the tools at your fingertips to be able to send to your downline, to be able to download yourself and share with prospects, and be able to have this information readily at hand. The training, I know we were talking about the tutorials for Virtual Office. You would click on the training and you would scroll down here, and this is where we have videos actually how to introducing you to the Virtual Office, general training, my profile, how to enroll and place an order, the reports that we just went over as well, e-wallet, contact manager, which is how to send an email, your email tools and to set up your calendars, the resource library that we just went over, and replicated website on how to set up your replicated website, how to share what type of information is on your replicated website that you need to be able to ensure that you're getting across to the people who you are sending there as well. Settings is where you're going to actually edit your own personal information, whether it be your URL, which is your website, your account information would be your address or your credit card information, billing information, your email if you want to change your email. Since you do have the Virtual Office Pro, for 90 days you get a LifeFarm Global email. And then you can actually change your language settings here as well. I hope you liked this training on the LifeFarm Global Virtual Office. I encourage you to just get into your Virtual Office and just click on each tab and kind of learn what it does and how it does it, and it's the essential way to actually be more familiar and how to do different processes in your virtual office. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sonia. It was